You know what I noticed the other day?
What's that?
There are no young people on all of these cooking shows.
You know what? You're right. It ain't no colored people either.
No, but for real, that's weird.
It is weird. You know what we should do, right?
What?
There should be a show with 2 young people.
That are black?
Yeah. They're stylish.
And they cook?
With great ingredients.
And there's drinking.
And they're funny.
And there's whiskey.
We should really do this.
With a little bourbon.
It's a great idea.
But that could be a lot.
It is a lot of work.
I don't know if I feel like it.
You want to grab a drink instead?
Yes, that's
Let's
easier.
Because we're sick of your struggle plates.
Fed up with your food porn.
This is Butter and Brown. What's going on, everybody?
Hey.
Welcome and thank you so much for joining us on the very first episode of Butter and Brown. We are so excited. So the first thing we're gonna do, just like you'll see on every episode of Butter and Brown to follow, is we're gonna start off with a cocktail.
You know it. And it will always be comprised of a brown liquor because
We love
Who
it
doesn't?
so much.
and really, because I'm tired of seeing everybody order that crap at the bar, like cranberry and vodka.
LA water.
Long Island iced teas.
3 wise men.
Jägermeister?
Irish car bombs.
College is over.
It's done.
Let it go.
Yes.
Okay? So we're going to teach you today how to make a classic drink so you can do it at home.
And it has a classic name as well.
Old fashioned. I love it. Here's what you need. A little bit of sugar, some Asura bitters, regular and orange, some bourbon. We're gonna use 4 roses. It's probably the best you can get under 20 bucks.
Most definitely.
Couple glasses and an orange. And while I get started, Seth is gonna grab some ice. You need about a teaspoon of sugar per glass. Remember, this is according to your level of sweetness. We like to taste the liquor, so we don't put that much. 8 to 10 dashes of the Angostura bitters, the regular ones. Handle that.
Thank you.
2 to 3 of the orange for a little flavor. You got it. And 2 ounces of bourbon per glass. Now, you can overpour if you want to, but keep it classy, my friends.
Now we're gonna drop these 2 big, beautiful, fancy ice cubes in the glasses.
Stir it up.
We prefer to use the bigger ice cubes because they melt a lot slower than the ice chips do themselves.
Yes.
Now, the last thing we want to do is we want to take that everyday orange that we talked about. We want to cut 2 pieces of the rind off.
Yeah.
There's one for Leslie.
Thank you.
And then there's one for me. Oh, that's not big enough. Let me cut another one.
There you go.
One for me. We want to hold that rind over the glass itself. We want to extract the oils and press on it. You see that?
Uh-oh.
Almost burnt off my beard.
It's all right. Careful now.
Want to rub that around the rim of the glass. And the last thing we want to do is just drop that in the drink for a little garnish.
And
enjoy. So how was your Easter? What'd you end up doing?
It was cool. Went to church.
You better than me.
No, but of course, you know there was a dinner afterwards.
Hmm?
And then what did they have there? That dry spaghetti in that big pan.
With the melted cheese
It
over
gets
the
on
top.
my nerves. Why do they have it?
You
It's
take for
gross.
granted that that's all a lot of people know. That's the only pasta dish they know how to make.
But there are so many other
There are.
things.
There are
Like
indeed.
shrimp scampi. Who can't make that?
Ooh.
Or penne alla vodka with a little chicken. It's easy.
That sounds good. You trying to make that? You trying to get in this kitchen?
Let's eat.
We already got our drinks. Let's go. Right.
All right.
Now about this dish.
Let's make it happen.
Okay.
So we're gonna make penne alla vodka.
Mhm.
And it's really easy. All of this stuff is things you probably have in your cabinet right
Most
now.
definitely.
There's penne pasta.
Mhm.
We got a little olive oil. We're gonna have some aromatics, shallots, garlic, little basil,
A little
oregano. Then we have a little tomatoes, and of course, the chicken.
Now, because we're 2 young black people, let's acknowledge this chicken shit right now.
I'll be honest. It's been a love-hate relationship.
Nice, juicy.
Sometimes I've been embarrassed of you in public.
Breasts, some thighs.
It's been a back and forth thing, up and down. Sometimes I love it, sometimes I don't.
It's delicious. I mean,
but in the end, it's been there for me when nothing else was.
I love chicken, but so does everybody else. Name one other race of people, one other walk that doesn't love chicken. I'll wait.
But I'm gonna hold you down.
Exactly, there isn't one. Chicken is amazing. Could go for some right now.
You've been there for me when no one else was. It's me and you till the end, chicken. Me and you.
Shit, even a fried gizzard. Now that we got that out the way,
we can go ahead and get started with making the sauce. So I'll do that, and Seth is gonna show you how to marinate this chicken.
this is very simple. All we want to do is marinate both sides of this chicken with a little olive oil, season liberally on both sides with a little kosher salt, and finish it off with some pepper. And all that's left to do is put that off to the side. That easy.
Perfect timing. Now that I'm done, we can go ahead and get started on the sauce.
Let's go.
So now that we finished prepping everything, we can go ahead and get started with the sauce. Seth is gonna go ahead and work that out, and I'm gonna tell you how it's done. The first thing you wanna do is pour a little EVO in the pot and saute up those aromatics. That shallots, here, boy, that garlic, and those herbs. Remember we talked about building flavors from the beginning? You don't want things to be nasty. After that, you're gonna scoop some of those tomatoes, throw those into the pan, along with the whole can of the tomato sauce. We're gonna go ahead and bring that to a boil, season it up with a little salt and pepper, and then we let that come because we want those tomatoes to break down. It just sounds lovely.
And it smells even better.
Love it. After we do that, we usually want to let those tomatoes break down some because we don't want them to be super chunky. Then we're gonna pour in the vodka and the half a cup of cream, bring it back to a boil so that the vodka can boil itself out, and then we have our sauce. At that point, we want to turn it down to a simmer and let that go ahead and make away while I get started with this chicken.
Now, by the time we get to the chicken, you want to make sure that the pan is screaming hot. The reason for this is we want to teach you guys how to make the most moist, juicy chicken possible. We already know that Leslie doesn't like the word moist.
It's nasty.
What's wrong with it?
It sounds like dirty panties.
We're not talking about dirty panties. We're talking about moist chicken. And after you guys try this technique at home, you'll see exactly why I describe it as such. Now, Leslie's gonna put that already marinated chicken cutlet on that screaming hot pan. You're gonna cook it on one side for a minute to a minute and a half. And then after that, you're gonna flip it and let it cook another minute to a minute and a half. So you see that color on both sides. Then you're gonna reduce the heat to low. You're gonna cover it and you're gonna let it cook an additional 10 minutes. And what we're gonna end up with is the most flavorful, juicy, moist chicken possible.
So at this point, all we have left to do is plate and eat. We went ahead and mixed the sauce and the pasta together so that way the flavors can marry and that pasta can get all coated. You gonna get that chicken?
I'm gonna finish cutting it up.
Make it happen.
All right.
And remember, you can keep the chicken whole or you can cut it up in slices. Maybe you wanna mix it up in your sauce. It really depends on you.
We prefer our sliced. A little bit for you.
Yes.
A little bit for you.
You can also garnish with a little basil. And you want some cheese?
Right there. You know I want a lot of
I
cheese.
know you want some cheese. I don't even know why I asked.
Stupid question.
Right? I don't know why. So much better than Mother So-and-so's little dry spaghetti.
You mean you don't miss that sharp cheddar melted all over the top of it?
I don't want that. I want this.
You're right. I do too. This is amazing.
It's better.
We want to thank you guys so much for joining us today on Butter and Brown. We're going to take this and enjoy it by the pool. We'll see y'all later.
Peace.
Hey, good